Hi, this is Nicky Price, and today's marketing tip was inspired actually by a reality TV show. Now, firstly, I don't make a habit of watching trashy reality TV programs as a rule, but there is one that's broadcast over here in the UK that I find quite funny, and it's called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It's hosted by two really hilarious guys called Ant and Dec, and it's about a bunch of celebrities who go into the jungle, have to face various challenges, and then they get voted off, usual way. Now, the purpose for this video today is because I was really interested in one of the people that was in the jungle, because he's an entrepreneur. He's hugely successful, Scottish businessman. Loads of different businesses, media, health, all sorts of things. Very, very successful businessman. And he was really struggling to get on with a woman who was in there, a Jamaican-born woman who married into the British aristocracy, who just didn't seem to connect totally with many people in the jungle. And she certainly rubbed up a lot of people the wrong way. Now, Duncan and her completely clashed, and she was voted out before him, and then he was voted out sort of within a day or so afterwards. And it just really interested me. And the reason for this video today is because of what he said this morning when he was being interviewed. And he was interviewed and he was asked about many different things, but he said, or they said, when you're in the same 6-star hotel now as this woman, what are you going to do if you meet her? And he didn't say, I'm going to avoid her like the plague. He wasn't rude in any sort of stretch of the imagination at all. But what he said really struck home with me, and it's something that I want to get across to you today. And what he said was, I'm truly grateful for all the people that I have in my life. Remember, this guy is hugely successful, multimillionaire, had already said he was going to give his fee for being in the jungle away to charity. Great philanthropist, as many successful people are. But what he said was, I am so grateful for all the positivity that I have in my life and all the people that I'm surrounded by and all the lovely things. So that was the first thing. He was grateful, gratitude, showing gratitude for what you already have before you want to achieve something else. And the second thing he said was, why would I want to introduce any sort of negativity into my life? I cut negativity out. And that is the sign of a truly, truly successful person. Now, how can you apply that in your business? Because quite often, very often, when you're first getting started in a business, you have so-called well-meaning friends who are going to say to you, don't get involved in that. There's such a high failure rate. Or, have you seen the scam reports? Are you sure that's not a scam? Is it a pyramid? Is it this? Is it that? And it's really hard. You start off really positive, and then you approach your first person about your business and they say, oh, it's one of those stupid things. I've seen so many people fail with that. And your confidence levels are going to go down and down and down until you start to believe them and not your own, your own positivity and what the business could truly do for you. So how can you get around that? Because we've all faced that. It's particularly hard if it's a spouse, your partner or your spouse that is really, really negative, because as I said, they are trying to protect you quite possibly. And also maybe they don't want things to change. Maybe they don't want you to change, because it is a journey that we go on when we start a business like this. If you're into the personal development, I think we've all had those issues. I've definitely had that issue. My husband was very sort of cagey about everything I was doing online, and you just have to have the conversation with them and say, this is something I really want to do. Will you support me? And if you don't understand, then that's okay, but can you just give me 6 months to a year or whatever? And for me it was about 18 months actually. And so talk to them, and you just have to agree to differ sometimes. But when it's your friends or your circle of friends that are really trying to maybe pull you down or tell you that what you're doing is wrong, and in your heart that you don't want to be chained to a 9-to-5 job, that you don't want to be sitting commuting every day, you want more time freedom, you want to be able to do more with your life. And if you know that deep down, then I think you do. It deep down that that's what you have to do. And so therefore what you want to be doing is, sorry, that's my phone, I should have turned that off. You have to go ahead and forth. But what you can do is any negativity around you, you can cut that out. I certainly, almost subconsciously, I had a couple of friends who were very, very negative, and I found myself just sitting there thinking, I'm not enjoying being with you anymore. So I'm just going to cut you out of my life slowly and gently. And, you know, I just couldn't make things that they were doing. And I haven't sort of said to them, I never ever want to see you again. I just don't choose to spend time with those sort of people because they do drag you down. And exactly like Duncan was saying, you don't want that negativity in your life. So how do you do it when you're first starting off? You surround yourself with successful people. Go anywhere you can to be around successful people achieving what you want to achieve. If that means just joining in on Hangouts or on webinars, there's always something going on that you can plug into. Now, over on Facebook, I have a private Facebook coaching group, and we are a bunch of positive people. I don't tolerate any negativity in that group whatsoever. And what we do is we coach and we encourage people to, to really get to the next level. So I want to invite you over to that Facebook group if that's something that you would like to do, be around successful, positive people. Then I'll put the link up here right now. And what we're doing in December and through to January is something really, really exciting, which is going to kick your business off to a flying start in 2016. We're going to be setting up a simple marketing funnel that's going to help you professionally promote your business. So if you'd like to be a part of that, it's free. Come over and join my free Facebook marketing coaching group, and I'll see you on the internet. You take care. Bye-bye.